We've all heard of peacocks spreading their feathers to attract a mate, right? But have you ever seen a man do the same? Not literally, of course, but metaphorically through attention-seeking behaviors. Welcome to this peculiar world where men, just like peacocks, spread their metaphorical feathers in a bid to win your attention. But how can we spot these attention seekers? Well, they come in all shapes and sizes, each with their unique style of attention seeking. From the social media show-off who floods your feed with his perfect life to the loud one who makes sure his voice is the loudest in the room. Then there's the humble bragger, the drama king, the know-it-all, the constant competitor, and the infamous one-upper. And let's not forget the attention vacuum, who sucks up all the air in the room. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a safari through the wild world of male attention-seeking behavior. First on our list, we have the social media show-off. This guy's life looks like a highlight reel of success, and he's not shy about sharing it. The social media show-off. A breed of attention seekers who have found a perfect playground in the digital world. Their habitat? The glitzy, filtered realms of Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Their mating call? A constant stream of posts flaunting their latest achievements, luxury items or exotic vacations. Have you seen a chap who seems to be on a perpetual holiday, sipping cocktails by the beach or posing next to a brand new sports car every other week? Well, congratulations. You've found a prime specimen of a social media show-off. They are the masters of the humble brag and have a knack for making their lives look like a blockbuster movie. So next time you see a barrage of look at me posts, you might just have spotted a social media show-off. Next, we have the loud one. You can usually hear him before you see him. He's the chap who seems to have cranked up the volume dial on life, whether he's roaring with laughter at his own jokes or booming out stories at a decibel level that could shake the paintings off your walls. He's hard to ignore. This is his modus operandi, using volume in speech or action to draw attention to himself. He's the guy at the pub who's always a touch too loud, the one whose voice echoes around the office. He's the fellow who slams doors just a bit too hard and laughs just a bit too long. He's not necessarily a bad bloke, but his volume can often overshadow his virtues. Understanding this character type can help us navigate our interactions with him more effectively. Remember, louder isn't always better, especially when it comes to conversation. Moving on to our next specimen, the drama king. This man thrives on chaos and confusion. Picture this. A man who seems to have a new crisis every week. One day it's a dramatic breakup, the next a feud with his boss, and before you know it, he's embroiled in a neighborhood dispute. The drama king doesn't just stumble upon these conflicts. Oh no, he is the mastermind behind them. He creates these situations, or at the very least, exaggerates them to epic proportions. Why, you ask? Well, it's simple. He feeds off the attention. These self-made crises generate sympathy, concern, and yes, attention, and the drama king basks in it all. He's the main character in his own soap opera, and we're all just supporting cast. So, when you see a storm brewing, it might just be a drama king stirring the pot. Next up, we have the know-it-all. He's got an answer for everything, and he's not afraid to share it. This chap's knowledge is his spotlight, and he's always ready for his solo. Whether it's quantum physics or the intricacies of 17th century French poetry, he's got a fact, a figure, or an opinion to share. You've probably encountered him at parties, holding court with a captive audience, expounding on the virtues of some vintage wine. Or perhaps you've met him at work, where he's always ready with unsolicited advice, whether it's about the best way to format a spreadsheet or the optimal temperature for office coffee. Remember though, not everything that glitters is gold. While his knowledge might seem impressive, it's often a facade. He's less interested in sharing wisdom and more keen on basking in the adulation. So if you're ever in a trivia contest, you might want a know-it-all on your side. Or maybe not. Now that we've identified the main types of male attention seekers, let's discuss some coping strategies. These strategies are not one-size-fits-all solutions, but they can provide a starting point for handling these situations. For the social media show-off, it's essential to remember that you don't have to engage. It can be tempting to like, comment or share their posts, but doing so only fuels their need for attention. Instead, consider muting or unfollowing them if their behavior becomes too much. The loud one can be a bit more challenging to deal with, particularly in social settings. Setting boundaries can be an effective strategy. Politely but firmly, let them know when their behavior is disruptive. If they continue, consider distancing yourself from them when possible. The drama king thrives on turmoil and excitement. When dealing with this type, it's best not to get drawn into their drama. Maintain a level head, keep your reactions minimal, and don't feed the fire. The know-it-all can be a tough nut to crack. These individuals often have a deep-seated need to prove themselves. Instead of challenging them, try redirecting the conversation or asking them questions that promote a more balanced discussion. Finally, the constant competitor and the one-upper both have a need to outdo others. The best approach here is often to let them have their moment without engaging in the competition. Remember, their need to compete is about them, not you. For all types, one of the most effective strategies can be to address the behavior directly and privately. Express your concerns calmly and honestly. It's important to focus on their behavior, not their character. It might not change anything, but it could be the wake-up call they need. Remember, understanding is the first step to dealing with the male attention seekers in your life. With these coping strategies in your toolbox, you'll be better equipped to handle these encounters with grace, patience, and perhaps a dash of humor. We've taken a humorous but insightful journey into the world of male attention seeking. We've navigated the maze of the social media show-off, who's always ready to share his latest achievement or conquest. We've weathered the sonic storm of the loud one, who believes volume equals value. We've endured the seemingly endless tales of the drama king, who can turn a trip to the grocery store into an epic saga. We've survived the onslaught of the know-it-all, whose vast wealth of information is always on offer, whether we want it or not. We've also explored coping strategies. We've learned that the best way to deal with these characters is not to feed into their need for attention. Ignoring the social media posts, not reacting to the loud outbursts, not getting drawn into the drama king's latest saga, and not engaging with the know-it-all's endless trivia can all help to deflate the attention seeker's balloon. At the same time, we've also discussed the importance of empathy. After all, these attention seekers are often driven by a deep-seated need for validation and acceptance. So, while we shouldn't indulge their attention-seeking antics, we can still strive to understand where they're coming from and offer genuine support where needed. In the end, it's all about balance. Attention-seeking behavior can be annoying, but it's also a reminder of our shared human need for connection and recognition. And who knows, maybe next time we spot a male attention seeker, we might find ourselves chuckling instead of cringing. So keep your eyes peeled and your wits about you, because you never know when you might encounter a male attention seeker.